Hi everyone, it's Jim Healthy, creator of the best-selling book, The 30-Day Diabetes Cure, and today I have a big announcement and a free gift for you. This month I'm launching my worldwide 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign, and to kick it off, I have a new book coming out called Diabetes Heroes. Diabetes Heroes tells the stories of real-life men and women who've completely conquered their type 2 diabetes by making some important but very simple changes in their diet, lifestyle, and thinking. Today, they're ex-diabetics. Their blood sugar levels are normal. Their diabetes symptoms have vanished, and they're feeling healthier than they have in decades. This means no more finger sticks, no more drugs, no more worries about diabetic complications. In other words, no more diabetes. So if you or someone you care about has type 2 diabetes, these inspiring stories of courage will really move you. They'll give you goosebumps and maybe bring a tear to your eye. Take a look at this. Here's a picture of Doug N., who was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes when he was 18. Shown here at 58 years old, Doug weighed 305 pounds, needed to inject himself with insulin, and was taking more than 20 different prescription medications, suffered a heart attack, had open heart surgery, and endured 11 surgeries to save his vision, which was nearly destroyed by his diabetes. For 2 years, Doug spent night and day in his recliner in his living room and felt so hopeless that he and his wife, Debbie, made their final goodbyes because they were both sure he was going to die. Here's Doug just 1 year after giving up the foods and beverages that caused his diabetes and made it worse. He lost more than 50 pounds in just 6 months, but without any dieting or any exercise. He simply stopped eating the foods that fed his diabetes. And here's Doug today, 2 years later. He's lost 126 pounds and he's still losing. Again, he accomplished all this without dieting. He simply starved his diabetes of the foods, beverages, and mental attitudes that had created the monster. Now Doug no longer needs insulin injections and his blood sugar levels are perfectly normal. In other words, Doug no longer has diabetes. And he has his health and his life back, and boy is he grateful. Isn't that great? You know, Doug is living proof that type 2 diabetes can be completely reversed. And he's an inspiration to everyone who's witnessed his remarkable transformation. In fact, his brother is so inspired that he's following Doug's example right now. And that's exactly what my 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign is all about. While I don't have diabetes myself, I work with plenty of people who do, and it breaks my heart to see the pain and hardship that they have to go through, especially because all this is so unnecessary. And it also really upsets me that the drug industry and the medical profession aren't telling people how easily type 2 diabetes can be reversed. That's why I'm giving away my Diabetes Heroes book to anyone who wants a copy, and why I started the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign. I believe that once people see how easy it is to reverse type 2 diabetes, and once their friends and family witness your remarkable success, the good news will spread like crazy. That's why I want to give you a free copy of Diabetes Heroes just for helping me spread the word about the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign. Diabetes Heroes sells for $20 and it's worth every penny, but I'll give you a copy just for doing me a simple favor. All I'm asking is that you like the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign on the Facebook link on this page so that more people with type 2 diabetes can hear the good news that they can be free of it. And then tell me what you think of my book, good or bad, long or short, in the comments section below. I'm not asking for an endorsement from you. I just want you to have a copy of Diabetes Heroes so you can see the proof that type 2 can be reversed. So you can help me spread the good news to your friends or family members who have diabetes. I'll give you my $20 book for free. All I ask is that you pay the small shipping and handling charge so I don't completely lose my shirt. I'm just asking you to help me get the word out that type 2 diabetes needn't be the terrible global epidemic it is now. You see, there really is a solution to type 2 diabetes, and once you see it, I know you'll want your friends with diabetes to know about it too. That's why I want you to have my new book. In addition to meeting other ex-diabetics like Doug who have kicked type 2 diabetes out of their lives, Diabetes Heroes also contains lots of medical studies proving that type 2 can be reversed simply by making a few upgrades in your diet and lifestyle. But believe it or not, the vast majority of people with type 2 diabetes still don't know this is possible. Instead, they've heard over and over from doctors and drug companies that type 2 is incurable and that people with type 2 have no alternative but to remain on diabetes drugs for the rest of their lives with no hope of ever being free of it. But that's just not true, and Diabetes Heroes contains the proof. Imagine how happy your friends and family members will be when they hear that they can be free of type 2 diabetes. That's why I want you to help me spread the good news to your friends and family who have type 2. You see, I believe we can stop type 2 before it claims more lives, causes more suffering and bankruptcies, and completely destroys our economy. If we do nothing, in a few short years, diabetes will affect 30% of the world's population. And the scariest part is that type 2, which used to be an adults-only condition, is now beginning to affect children. Kids as young as 9 and 10 now have full-blown type 2 diabetes plus clogged arteries, heart disease, hypertension, and they're in danger of having strokes. Because of type 2 diabetes, children born after the year 2000 will be the first generation in human history to have shorter lifespans than their parents. But together, we can end this serious problem. All this pain and suffering, it's so unnecessary because in the vast majority of cases, type 2 diabetes can easily be prevented, halted, and yes, reversed. Let me show you the proof in Diabetes Heroes so you can share it with your friends and family members who are struggling with diabetes right now. I'm also going to give you 2 bonus gifts when you order my book and like the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign on Facebook. The first free gift is a valuable handbook called The Defeat Diabetes Kitchen Makeover. This handy guide shows you how to turn your kitchen into an oasis of good health instead of a jungle of temptations. This is one of the very first steps in reversing type 2 diabetes. You'll see how to rid your kitchen of the foods, ingredients, and cooking techniques that harm your blood sugar and make diabetes worse. And you'll see how to replace these health-robbing foods with the ones that actually help heal diabetes. This makeover guide sells for $12.95 on my website, but it's my thank you gift to you just for liking the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign on Facebook. You can download it instantly by clicking the button on this page. Your second free gift is 3 videos that I created for my Diabetes Reversing Coaching Series. Now, most diabetes coaching programs show you how to manage your diabetes. You know, like sticking your fingers and monitoring your blood sugar, how to adjust your medication doses, commonplace information like that. What's different about my videos is that I don't show you how to live with type 2 diabetes. I show you how to reverse it so you can be utterly free of it. These videos show you or someone you care about how to kick diabetes out of your life for good. In these 3 diabetes reversing videos, you're going to discover why monitoring blood sugar is really a mistake. In fact, you'll learn that something else, and it's not elevated blood sugar, is really behind type 2 diabetes, and you won't need drugs to bring it under control. These videos show you how to starve your diabetes, but without starving yourself. In fact, the foods that reverse type 2 diabetes are some of the most delicious and nutritious foods you've ever eaten. And these videos will also introduce you to my Diabetes Reversing Dream Team, including one of America's leading holistic MDs who's the co-creator of the famous South Beach Diet. He and I will discuss the shortcomings and very real dangers of diabetes medications and why they aren't protecting patients from the serious complications of type 2. So if you or a loved one has type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, or if diabetes runs in your family, you won't want to miss these coaching videos because they contain important information that you definitely won't hear from most doctors or the mainstream media. And because I'm 100% committed to wiping out type 2 diabetes, I'll email you the links to these 3 diabetes reversing coaching videos along with the Diabetes Kitchen Makeover Guide when you request a free copy of my book, Diabetes Heroes. I'm just asking you to like the 1 Million Ex-Diabetics campaign on Facebook. Then click the orange button below to claim your free goodies. Remember, I only ask you to pay the shipping and handling so I don't lose my shirt. But the Diabetes Heroes book is yours free. Together, we can help turn 1 million diabetics into ex-diabetics this year. So if you throw your support behind this campaign, I'll give you the Diabetes Kitchen Makeover and my 3 coaching videos as my thank you. Thanks so much for your help and support. Together, we can wipe out type 2 diabetes and give diabetics around the world a real chance for good health and healing. Till next time, I'm Jim Healthy, on a mission to help you get well and keep getting better.